Hello friends, don't forget to subscribe to this channel TKD Health Tips. Today we are going to see how to pass the Cloud Skills Challenge Azure AI Language. Basically, we are going to build a natural language processing solution with Azure AI Language. So uh, let's start now. So in this collection, we are going to build a conversational language understanding model. So we are going to start with the build a conversational model. You are going to build a conversational language understanding model. We are going to understand an app which creates a natural language. It's pretty straightforward. We are going to move to the next unit. So here we are going to understand the pre-built capabilities of the Azure AI language service. What are the pre-configured features? It's pretty standard things for an AI language. We are going to move to the next, understand the record resources. So we are going to learn how do we create a model here. So basically will be leveraging the language studio, the conversational language understanding, and or maybe the REST API, and then we are going to do the deployment using a post request, and then we are going to see whether the deployment is done successfully using the deployment status, and we are going to query our model so that we can use as we can see that our model is um, uh, doing perfectly fine with the prediction things to use the REST API. So we are going to query the queries in the REST API and so on and so forth. We are going to put the endpoint API version and then we are going to see the sample response. Don't worry, we are going to do everything in the sessions coming. So let's go to the next unit. Define intent substances and entities. As a part of this conversational language understanding model, we are going to define intent substances and entities. Basically, what are the phrases which a user might be entering into the application for our language model, like get time, get weather, turn on the device. So we're going to provide like multiple examples, and we will also vary in the length of the utterances and correct grammar and uh, what are the labels to use. So we are going to use it in this unit. In the next unit, we are going to see how to use patterns to differentiate similar trances. Now we are going to continue. We are going to continue with on our like use pre-built entity components. What we can use it here using our own language models, and we will be definitely using this pre-built entity to detect certain entities using the language studio. So in next unit we are going to train, test, and publish a few conversational language in our model. Train, test, publish, and review the conversational language and understanding model. So it's pretty straightforward. So we are going to in the next unit we are going to build an Azure AI services conversational language understanding model. Now friends, we are going to build an Azure AI services conversational language understanding model. So we are going to launch the view and follow the instructions. Wait for me. So the lab environment is being built. Give me a moment. Now let us open the Azure portal. Now to provision an Azure AI language resource, we need to search for Azure AI services. Click on that, and then in the results, we'll select create. Now under the language service, what you do is you click on create like this here, and then we select like the continue to create your resource. Pretty straightforward. We can resource group. So we create a new resource group. Let's give it a name as Azure AI Language. Give some name of instance. If I paste it, let's give the presenter as free. Let's we agree and then we click on review press create. Let's give it some time to get created. Now we'll click on create. We'll see that the deployment is in progress. Now in the next step it is asking us to view the keys and endpoint page. We go to resource and we see the keys and endpoint page, and we are going to use these keys later in the end of in this tutorial. Now we have created an authoring resource. Now we will use it to create a conversational language understanding project. So what we need to do is we need to go to a browser tab, and then we will type in the language.azure, and we will be signing in. We will be signing in with using our Microsoft account associated with Azure. So let's do that. So as you can see, we have the Azure directory as the directory containing subscription. We are going to use the Azure subscription as subscription one, and then we are going to select the resource type as language, and then we are going to use the resource name as mm, our Azure AI Language resource name. Now we are now going to go to Language Studio, and then we click on Create New, and this time we'll select on the conversational language understanding. Okay, and then we will create a project. In the name we are going to type clock. Utterances we will be using English. We'll be just using English, and enable multiple languages in project. We'll keep it as unselected. In the description we are going to put the natural language clock, and then we click on next, and in the review and finish page we'll click on create. Now it is time for creating the intents, so we'll click on the add button, and we will on the intent name we are going to type get time intent. Then we'll verify. So we'll see that we'll verify that the get time intent is listed along with the default intent and default non-intent. Then we are going to add a few more intents like get day, and we are also going to add another intent, which is like get date. So we have added get day and get date. Now we are going to do the data labeling part. So for that we are going to do that. We'll go to data labeling. So for example, we'll select the get time, okay, and then uh, we will do the data labeling. Like we are going to select the get time, and we are going to put the label as what is the time. We are going to press the enter. Okay. Now then we are going to then skip all, and we are going to do the similar with date. The moment we need to add some more, like get time, and will also add like what time is it, press enter, and also put like tell me the time, press enter. Similarly, we will select get date. So we'll put like date is it, press enter, and we'll put like what's the date, press enter, and we'll put like press enter today, press enter, and we'll like what is today's date, press enter. So once we have added all these changes, we have get date. I think I didn't put the get day, so I'll put the get day as well. What day is it? Press enter. What is the day? Press enter. What is the date today? Press enter. What week of the day is it? Press enter. Now we are sure. Now we need to click on save changes. So today we are going to build a natural language processing solution with Azure AI Language, and we will be using C# and Python. So we'll see how to develop an app using Azure AI Language. So we'll be understanding the capabilities of an Azure AI Language model, and also we will be process the predictions from an Azure AI Language in the app. The core idea of this module is to uh, create an Azure AI Language model and then consume it from the client applications. Let's start. So we will be focusing on the questions of this develop an app with Azure AI Language module. So the first is you want to filter reviews in your app to know how many people like or dislike a business. What feature would you use? So we will go with sentiment analysis. And the next is you want to get only the most likely intent for your natural language query. Which parameter you should use? So I would use the top intent. So let's check my answers. And it's congratulations, the answers were correct. Thank you. So with this, we have completed the development app with Azure AI Language. So congratulations. So let's move on to the next phase.